Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a close look at the Dell Precision Mobile Workstation series. So, if your work demands some serious power on the go, well, this is The Explainer for you. Let's figure out which tool is right for your workflow, shall we?
So let me ask you something. Have you ever been deep in the zone on a project? Maybe you're wrestling with a huge data set, or you're in the middle of a complex render, and your laptop just chokes? You know what I'm talking about. The fans start screaming like a jet engine, the whole thing freezes up, and boom, you've lost valuable time. It's a feeling that, if you're a professional, you know all too well.
And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. We're talking about heavy 3D models, complex CAD drawings, long video timelines. The reality is, your standard laptop, even a really fancy high-end consumer one, just isn't built for that kind of sustained heavy lifting. It's a specific problem, and it requires a very specific kind of tool.
And that specific tool? Well, that's a workstation. This is where we introduce the Dell Precision series. These machines aren't about flashy lights or being super thin. They're not toys. They're engineered from the ground up to be professional tools, plain and simple, designed to close that power gap we've been talking about.
Yeah, the whole philosophy here is about function, reliability, and stability. I mean, these machines are for people whose income literally depends on their computer, just working flawlessly, especially when a critical deadline is looming. It's a completely different class of machine. And you know what? You can feel that the moment you pick one up. The chassis is just solid. The hinges feel totally reassuring, no wobble at all. The keyboard feels grounded and comfortable, perfect for those long coding or drafting sessions. And the trackpad? It's responsive and has plenty of room. The bottom line is, it just feels like a reliable tool, not a fragile toy.
Okay, so you get it. You need a professional tool. The big question now is, which one? So let's get into the real meat of this buyer's guide and figure out how to match a specific precision model to your specific workflow.
We're going to focus on 3 main models in the lineup. And the best way to think about this is that there are 3 models for 3 very different kinds of workflows. It's less about specs and more about what you do every day. All right, so this table lays it all out for us. Let's start with the Precision 5480. It's the 14-inch model, and it's all about portability. This is for when you're out in the field. Then you've got the 16-inch 5690. This one is the sweet spot for a lot of people. A great balance of serious power for things like CAD and a really nice design. And finally, on the right, the 17-inch 7780. I mean, just look at those specs. This is the no-compromise beast. It's for when you need absolute maximum performance, period. Okay, let's make this super simple. Just ask yourself, which one am I? Number 1, are you always on the move and need power out in the field? Then your choice is the 5480. Number 2, do you need that perfect balance of power and design for the office? That's the 5690. And number 3, do you just need the most performance you can possibly get, no compromises? Then you're looking right at the 7780. All right, so you probably have a model in mind now. So let's talk about what really counts. What does it feel like to work on these things? How do they perform when the pressure is really on? This is where the Precision series truly means business.
The simplest way to put it is this: it doesn't panic under pressure, it just works. We're talking about being able to scrub through multiple 4K video streams without dropping a single frame, or running a heavy simulation in a CAD program while you're also on a video call. You know, that real-world multi-application workflow that makes consumer laptops just fall over. These machines are built to handle that without breaking a sweat.
But look, let's have a balanced conversation here. There are always trade-offs. On the shine side, the multi-core performance is fantastic, and those pro-grade GPU options are a lifesaver. You get smooth multitasking and consistent speed, even during long sessions. But on the other side of the coin, all that power creates heat. The lighter models especially can run warm. And to get that max performance, you really want to be plugged in. Doing heavy tasks on battery, well, it's not really what it's designed for. Okay, let's talk screens, because for so many of you, editors, designers, artists, the display is absolutely crucial. And you got options here. They range from energy-efficient FHD panels all the way up to incredible high-res 4K and OLED displays. These high-end panels have amazing contrast and color accuracy. If your work depends on getting color just right, this is huge. That 16-inch 4K option in particular is a real sweet spot for detailed work. Another thing that's a huge win for professionals, all the practical stuff. We're talking about a healthy mix of ports: USB-A, Thunderbolt, HDMI, an SD card reader, the ports you actually need, and they're great for docking setups. But honestly, the biggest deal here is upgradability. The higher-end models let you upgrade your own SSD and RAM. In today's world of soldered-on everything, that is a rare luxury. It means your machine can grow with your needs, which is just fantastic. Okay, what about battery life? Look, let's be upfront. It's good, but it's not the main story here. This is a power-first machine. For light stuff like emails and browsing, yeah, it'll last you a good while. But if you're planning on doing a heavy render while you're on the go, well, you're going to want to make sure you're near a power outlet. The battery is more about getting you from your desk to the conference room, not for an all-day unplugged heavy workload. Okay, so we've looked at the build, the different models, and what the performance is really like. So let's pull all of this together. It's time for the final verdict to help you make that final call.
So let's get right down to it. Who is this laptop actually for? Well, if you're in CAD engineering, dealing with huge assemblies and simulations, this is for you. If you're into 3D modeling and animation with tools like Blender or Maya, this is for you. Post-production, video editing, color grading, yep. Data science, heavy computation, absolutely. This machine is built specifically for these kinds of demanding workloads.
Okay, let's break it down into a simple pros and cons list. First up, the good stuff, the pros.
So what's the upside? Well, first, you get that rock-solid performance under a real workload. It just doesn't buckle. You've got professional-grade GPUs with certifications, which means your software is going to run smoothly. The build quality is fantastic. These things are made to last. You get amazing display options for visual work, and you get reliable support and business features. It's the whole package.
And of course, for every pro, there's a con. So let's be honest about the trade-offs.
Okay, the trade-offs. 1. These get expensive when you spec them out. This is a serious investment. 2. Battery life, as we said, isn't for all-day heavy use away from a plug. 3. The slim models can definitely warm up under long renders. And 4. They're not the lightest laptops out there. That sturdy build comes with some weight. And honestly, this quote just says it all. A workhorse that doesn't play around. That's the perfect way to describe it. The Dell Precision isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It is an unapologetic, purpose-built tool for professionals who demand stability and power. If performance is truly your #1 priority, this is a machine that will pay for itself.